So this is Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out with Conah Walker, undefeated, of course, 10 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw in the welterweight division, former Midlands champion, and obviously February 5th on the Chris Eubank Jr. Liam Williams undercard. You're fighting for the English title against Samuel Antwi. As we've just spoken about off camera there, you've been in camp for a long time now, with this fight being rescheduled, the main event, a few times. How are you? How's Christmas, New Year, everything been for you?
Yeah, everything was good, man. It was good. Like I say, we were set to go for December 11th. That got pushed back to January 29th. So, yeah, we sort of had a slow week after that, just chilled out a bit and then went back into sort of another, camp. And then obviously we found out, I think it was the 1st of January. I mean, there was some there was a bit of some rumours out there and stuff like that, but we didn't really pay attention until Sky actually announced it. So then Sky announced it on the 2nd of January. But yeah, we've just sort of kept fit, and we just stepped it up as soon as I said. As soon as you give us another date, we've just stepped it up again.
Yeah.
Like I say, yeah, I've been in camp about 4 months, in and out. Just, but yeah.
And it's such a big undercard to be fighting on as well. You've got the likes of obviously the main event, which everyone knows about, but Clarissa Shields is fighting on there. Chris Jenkins is going to be in a good fight. Like Caroline Dubois, obviously Olympian. There's a lot of big names that are fighting on this card. It must be exciting for you to be fighting alongside them.
I'm buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing for it. I think I'll definitely rise to the occasion, man. I can't wait to sort of buzz off the atmosphere. I see at some point, like I was thinking, they're going to put it behind closed doors. As much as I'd be happy to fight on it on behind closed doors, but you know, the atmosphere, you can't beat it. You can't buy that sort of atmosphere. And I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Because I was at your fight against Nathan Benden behind closed doors, and you put on a performance, and most boxers will say like it doesn't really affect them behind closed doors. But I can imagine when you go back to then having fans, and your last fight looked electric. In fairness, going from no fans back to fans, surely there was a big difference.
Oh mate, I honestly got a felt a massive difference, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, going back to sort of behind closed doors, you do what you can, and it kept me busy. So I had the fight through lockdown, which not many other boxers had the opportunity to. Mm-hmm. So I've been lucky in that sense. I've had consistent fights, so I haven't had long periods of time off really, which I'm grateful for.
And Samuel Antwi hasn't fought since February 2021, so he has had time off, and then before that it was February 2020, before the pandemic. So looking at that, do you feel like ring rust for him might be an issue?
Listen, at the end of the day, I do feel sorry for the kid. I mean, he won the title. I think he's tried to defend it a couple of times, and then two being pushed back. Mm-hmm. He's had this pushed back a few times. At the end of the day, as much as I want to smash his head in, I feel sorry for him, but like that's boxing for you, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And if he comes there that day with fit and ready and strong, you know what I mean? He's got a strong head on his shoulders and he's been fit throughout, do you know what I mean? But there's a chance I'm going to really expose him because, like I say, I've been busy. I've stayed in the gym. I'm the fittest I've ever been in my life. You know what I mean? I'm 26. I feel like I'm ready for this challenge now, and this will be my breakout performance, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. On a big stage as well. How do you plan on exposing him?
We've got a game plan. But you're going to see just an all-round Conah. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be. Like I say, we've been in camp 4 months, but it's been a blessing because we've just been working on everything, studying him where we can outpunch him, where we can. It's going to be a great fight, and I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be fit and I'll be strong, so it's going to be fun. One
thing I noticed is, do you still have, like, obviously I can imagine you haven't been working for a while because of this fight that's been pending, but how have you managed to balance work over the last few months? Have you just not been working at all?
No, I've not been working, to be honest with you. My sponsor looked after me, obviously, throughout this year, to be fair. I work...
Do you mean 2021 as well?
Sorry, last year.
Yeah.
Got like Leigh coming through. I work just when I'm bored, really, in all fairness. Like, yeah, I'm not bored, but, like, I like to be busy, you know what I mean? So I get a couple of weeks working, but then when I'm in camp, when I've got a date, I don't even think about working, to be honest. It goes to the back of my head and I can quite happily shut off from it.
So how far away do you think you are from, obviously, just going full time with boxing? Obviously, it definitely helped with a win.
I'm full time now. I'd say I've been full time sort of on and off last year, but sort of this year, that was sort of unwritten in my head that I'm gonna put it all into boxing anyway. We can't work and train. You need your rest. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't get up in the morning at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, go for a jog, go work all day, and get your best work in the gym on the night. You can't expect to do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've took a loss on money and whatnot, but at the end, like you say, you can't buy that experience. And I'm out there going sparring, good lads. I'm learning my craft. It's all going to pay dividends, sort of February 5th and moving forward. This is just, like I said, he's just someone in my way, and I'm going to blast him out and move on.
When did you first find out? I know you said like 4 months, but was it like literally like September then? And it was always Samuel Antwi?
Do you know what? Like, after that last fight, I just said to him, just get me straight back out there. Obviously that fight was meant to be for something, for a title. And then it got pushed then and then what was that kid I was meant to fight for, just defending the Midlands? I can't remember. Like,
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I will remember, but
I was meant to fight him, and then that fell through. And then we had Eubank, which obviously he at the time, I think I caught him at the right time. To be fair, you know what I mean. 4-0, he's just coming. He's coming undefeated. You know what I mean. So he done me well, but I was pumped for that fight. I was ready for it. You know what I mean. And obviously, like you say, I had an electric crowd there, so it spurred me on. So that was meant to be a fight, and then I think it wasn't long after that. I mean, it was like a week after, maybe, if that. So I've had my head on him now for ages, and he's just doing my head in just a thought of him. He's probably a nice bloke, but I'm gonna kill him.
yeah.
He's been all right. Normally you have 8 weeks or 10 weeks, and you have him on your mind for that long, but he's been on my mind now for months. I just want to smash his head in.
That's the correct mentality, probably. From Eubank to Eubank, that was poor segment. But how do you see the main event going, Eubank Williams?
Do you know what? Last time, when there was obviously for the 29th of December the 11th, I had £100 on Williams. Because I just like his style. I like his strong come forward, aggressive, nasty. And I think, if he come toe to toe and they had to have a standoff, I think he'd come out better. But on top. But just think all this, the stigma through the press with like him moving trainers, and you just don't know what was wrong there, and everywhere. There's things there where it's just he's putting me off Liam Williams coming to win the fight, if you know what I mean. So, and Eubank's always fit and ready. So if there's anything that Liam Williams hasn't done in the gym, Eubank's gonna find it out.
Yeah, well, he said with Danny, an interview on SecondsOut, he said he wished he would have moved sooner. I think this was literally in the last week. So we'll see how it being with Adam Booth changes the fight. But one more prediction before we go then. Brook, obviously, the 19th of February. It's probably the biggest fight of the year so far today. And yeah, it'll probably be the biggest fight unless we see... I mean, the heavyweights are still massive, like Joshua versus Usyk is a huge fight. But Brook's massive.
Yeah. I can't see a mega fight with the heavyweights happening this year.
No.
At least till the back end. But so this till that's a big, massive fight. How do I see it going? I think Brooks, he's been more active, hasn't he? Connor's been out for a while. Can't remember last time Connor fought. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm there. Are you there?
No, I would like to be, but I don't know. I'm not there. Don't think so.
I'm gonna go with Brook. just because obviously
He's been out more recently.
he's been out more recent. We all know what we say. Connor's got a glass jaw, but it's only coming against top level opponents get folded by them sort of opponents. But I think Brook's going to catch up with him the later rounds.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I think Khan, but I'm not too sure yet. Obviously, for me, a lot of it's based on like fight week and how they look and how they weigh in and stuff like. Predicting, although I've asked you, predicting this early on is quite difficult, I find. But either way, it is a 50-50.
50-50, yeah, definitely.
Well, your fight, a lot of people are looking at that in a similar way. I'm really looking forward to it on the undercard. Obviously, February 5th, the biggest fight of your career. If you win, you go 11-0-1, and you're the English champion, and obviously on to bigger and better things. Do you think if you are victorious, how likely is it that you could be on Sky shows again?
Well, the performance I'm going to put on, they're gonna have no choice but to sort of offer me a contract, because it's going to be seek and destroy, mate.
Brilliant. Look forward to it, man. Less than a month to go now. Hopefully, anyway. Obviously, you've been training for force, probably saying less than a month for a while.
Don't even jinx it. It's happening on that.
Yeah. Nice one, man. Thanks for that.
All right, nice one. Cheers.